Danger Dolan. From books marked up to well over their physical value to expensive food you buy simply because you're too lazy to walk down the street, we count 15 money sinks found every day consuming pieces of your wallet for no reason.
Number 15.
All-you-can-eat buffets. A lot of people will contest this is not a rip-off, that they do very much enjoy the luxury of being able to eat as much as they want. But here's a reality check. You're paying for that peace of mind, not the actual food which, unless you've been starving yourself out in the open sea for over a month, you're generally gonna consume about a standard restaurant dish, maybe a little bit more. But now you're paying twice or 3 times as much for basically the same amount of food. Now bear in mind this is just an average statistic, and of course there'll be exceptions from time to time, but most people waste their money on this instead of just buying a standard meal and maybe getting a big dessert.
Number 14.
School textbooks. This mostly applies to high school and above, an issue becoming less dire with each passing year. Textbooks required for class with more than a 500% markup of price. If you don't buy the book, you're gonna fail the class, and you can't use the previous year's edition because it's now out of date. Even used books have one-time use access codes that render them crippled at the end of the semester. This daylight robbery has not gone unnoticed by governments, a lot of them making the transition to ebooks and internet-based information to save families on unnecessary costs.
Number 13.
The funeral. This is one nobody likes to talk about, but it's very important that you do since funeral bills cause heart attacks all on their own. The average funeral cost can range from anywhere between $5,000 to $15,000 simply for a hole to put them in, a granite plaque, and a quick limousine ride for your family. A lot of the things you pay for you can actually do yourself, like have a charity collection for flowers, organize your own carpool, have the memorial at home instead. You'll save thousands.
Number 12.
Budget flights. You might look at something like EasyJet or Jetstar if you need to get overseas, but you can't afford the hefty costs involved. But it's not as cheap as you think. When you factor in the extra costs, luggage processing fees, prepaid food, credit card percentage fees, it slowly climbs back up to proper airline prices. Of course, most budget airlines aren't so bad in terms of service, but you will get what you paid for.
Number 11.
Premium petrol. A common misconception that putting this higher quality fuel in your car will clean out the engine and make it run better. In reality, certain parts in your car may or may not need them for mechanical reasons, and if so, then it will be clearly labeled next to your fuel cap as well as inside your owner's manual. If you don't have these parts, then there is absolutely no point putting premium fuel in your car. You are just pouring money down the drain for no reason whatsoever.
Number 10.
Printer ink, one of the biggest scams out there, to present a dirt cheap printer and then mark up all the additional parts to crazy high prices. The amount of ink you buy from one cartridge is over 2,000 times cheaper than the same quantity of petrol for your car. This is the only way printer manufacturers can recoup their losses, and it's the same with video game consoles, cheap until you factor in all the game and DLC costs. But even worse is that the amount of ink you get in a cartridge has been slowly decreasing every year, giving you less value for more dollar.
Number 9.
Branded medicine. If you've been to a pharmacy for some prescription pills, you'll likely have been given the offer between the known popular brand and the generic chemist one. A lot of people will get the known brand simply to be safe, but like with premium petrol, it's all baloney. Pharmacies are legally obliged to use exactly the same chemical composition in both of these bottles. You think about it. Can you imagine if your local chemist offered you a dodgy, barely working piece of medication at dirt cheap price and then get away with it? The backlash would be unbelievable. So you should always go with the cheaper choice. You're getting the exact same product just without the label.
Number 8.
Supermarket deals. You'll find these promotions all the time. Buy 2 of the thing you want for a slightly discounted price. But the reality is you're paying extra for barely any reason. It's a psychological ploy to squeeze a bit of extra cash from your wallet. But even worse is when supermarkets bump up the price just before the promotion, meaning you almost pay full price for 2 regardless. If you see one of these deals, Think long and hard about whether you really need and could use two of the thing you're buying, or if you're throwing money out the window simply for the illusion of a bargain.
Number 7.
A gym membership. A lot of people waste their money on these thinking they'll be economically motivated to work out because they blew hundreds of dollars on a year-long membership. Sadly, most don't use their membership anywhere near frequently enough to justify the cost, and others just don't go at all. In some contracts, the gym will actually prevent you from cancelling your membership even if you lose your job or you're given military orders to leave the town. Consider working out in your own home using basic equipment every day for an entire year before you join one of these money sinks.
Number 6.
Bottled water. The big marketing campaign was always to present you with the image of a cool, clear mountain stream, small villagers collecting and bottling it for your consumption on store shelves. In reality, you're paying over $3 for expensive tap water from a source you're gonna never know about, possibly a big tap in some factory 3 streets over, maybe run through filters if you're lucky. The difference is, tap water is damn near free. You can also check information on your local water supply online easily, how it's treated, violations that might have occurred and so forth. Bottled water might have been urine recycled several times, and if so, you are never gonna find out.
Number 5.
Extended warranty. So you've bought a big piece of furniture or a big hefty appliance and you want to make damn sure your investment hasn't gone to waste. So you take on the extended warranty, usually 5 years. Of course, more often than not, you're going to be paying a premium for this service guarantee, perhaps as much as a typical repair would cost. So to sum up, you're insuring your purchase for a repair over a period where you almost certainly won't have any operating issues anyway, when you could, wait until it breaks and call a repairman for the same price.
Number 4.
A hotel minibar. They already know, man. The hotel owners know you're gonna rock up to your room exhausted from a hard day's work or travel, so they stock the fridge and bar with all kinds of nonsense. The markup is one of the biggest ripoffs found on earth. Over 1,000% just so you can have your Mars bar at 1 AM. And people fall into that trap all the time. It's really easy to bypass though. Just anticipate your midnight cravings and visit a convenience store or supermarket ahead of time. Stock up on inexpensive calorie-ridden sweets for an all-night buffet.
Number 3.
Movie popcorn. These two words go hand in hand since the dawn of cinema. So tightly fused that nobody would dare speak up against it. Like bacon and eggs for breakfast, it's just a part of culture. Of course, you don't want to be that one idiot who refuses to shell out $15 for a tub of popcorn for your family, and even though it costs pennies to produce, you're still buying a product marked up by 1,000%. The reason? According to industry analysts, theaters barely make anything from ticket sales alone, so they need to rely on popcorn and candy sales.
Number 2.
Razor blades, and here we have the most often stolen item in any supermarket, the hilariously overpriced razor blade. You know something is wrong when, like printers, the main unit is sold dirt cheap, and you look over to the accessory section only to get a nosebleed and burst eye vessels. Popcorn and hotel snacks might be marked up by 1,000%, but razor blades approach 5 times that number for a blade on a strip used to cut facial hair, an essential tool if you plan to work at any job ever. Rumors suggest all razor companies conspire to keep the prices high, and they've always been that way.
Number 1.
The lottery ticket, generally referred to as the idiot tax, an alternative to cutting your dollar notes into little pieces by instead handing it over a desk for a slip of paper worth nothing. The chances of you actually winning the lottery are so low, so minute, that you literally have a better chance of getting killed on your way to buy the ticket than you do to actually win the jackpot. Of course, for some people, it's all about the possibility of winning. It gives them hope every week. And even though you and I know it's a waste of time, for a lot of others, it means everything, and I'm alright with that. That's it for this countdown, and have a good one!